welcome to week 1 of September, where our topic given by THEA is discerning what's true for you. Hopefully I'm not going to have to say this too much longer, but for those of you who have been following me, you know that I'm still recovering from a car accident, and so I will give you my best. I may skip words and say strange things, but just hang in there with me. We'll get through it. So week 1 is about making decisions. When we are needing to discern what's true for ourselves, how do we make decisions? So most people like to analyze through their left brain how to make a decision. There's nothing wrong with that. However, if your purpose is to make decisions in a way that you are standing with what's true for you, you're going to have to go deeper than analyzing possibilities. So how do we make decisions if we want to stand in what's true for us? We need to come into the emotions, and we need to come into our physical bodies to get more of a frame of reference. And I'll also say we need to check with our spiritual wisdom or our intuition. So right now, think of something that you need to make a decision about. Just go ahead and bring it up in your awareness. First thing I'd like you to notice about this is, where are your attachments? Do you have particular ideas? Are you nervous? Is there anxiety? Do you feel completely lost, like you just don't know how you're going to make this decision? And I want you to think about, you're here to discern what's true for you. That's what we're working on. So, getting in touch with what's true for you around making this decision doesn't mean you have clarity. It means you're getting in touch with what's true for you. If you have some anxiety about making your decision, notice that. Let that be okay. If you have excitement or enthusiasm, notice that and let that be okay. Now, hold this decision that you need to make in your awareness, and I want you to tune into your body for a moment. See if anywhere in your body there's a feeling of contraction or a pull of your attention, and tune into that. And then ask this part of your body, what information do you have for me? Is there anything that you want to share with me, body, about making this decision? And let's just take a minute together and see what comes. Just tune in. Does your body feel anxious about going in a certain direction, or more relaxed going in another direction? See what signals you get on the physical level from your body. And now we're going to check in with the emotions. When you think of several choices around making this decision, pick 3 of them, even if you think you're just making them up, and tune into what each one feels like. Sometimes I like to use the exercise of holding the choices in my hands. If I have 2 different choices out of 3, I'll start with those 2, and I'll put one possibility in one hand and one possibility in the other. Close my eyes and feel them as if I'm holding these choices in the palms of my hand, and see which feels the lightest, or the most life-giving, or the most in alignment with what's true for you. And then if you have a third option, something you're thinking about relative to making this decision, trade one in and pick the other one up. So try that out. You can do that now for a moment or 2, or you can use this practice later after this short video is done. Making a decision also includes the analytical part of our minds. We want to analyze a situation and discern it from a very practical point of view. 1 + 1 = 2. If I do this, this will be the result. If I do that, that will be the result. So use your analytical side as well, and see what your mind has to say about the possibilities for the decisions that you can make in this particular opportunity that you're working with. Take a moment for that. Now I'm speeding you through these. Please review the video and do them at your own pace. Good. And finally, you want to check in with your higher wisdom and your guidance. Getting quiet, going within, tuning into your intuition, tuning into curiosity and spaciousness, and asking your higher self, asking your guidance what insight it has for you around making this decision. This is a really great practice. And when I work with people, I usually have them do all of these different moving parts together before coming to a conclusion. The purpose and intent is discerning what's true for you and then making decisions based on that. So let's take a moment, be quiet, and come into the higher self-wisdom. Just see if any insight pops in for you. Great. So hopefully you've taken mental notes or you've jotted down some notes for yourself on what these different moving parts of you have to say towards making a decision. I know when I work with people, they really like it when I tell my own story of how I'm applying these teachings that THEA is giving me. So we'll just use the car accident because it's what's real and true for me right now. Discerning what's true for me. I love teaching. I love working with THEA. I love making these videos. What's also true for me is I can't look into light for very long. I don't have a lot of stamina, and I need to keep things really short. And for the most part, I'm staying off the computer. Okay, all of that is true. When I check in with my body and I ask my body, how do I make a decision about going forward and doing teaching videos in September? My body says, honor the limitation. Keep them shorter. When you do live Q&A, drop it from 30 minutes to 15 minutes. Okay, I can do that. When I check in with my emotional body, my emotions are, I love doing this. I don't want people to lose out. I want to give them everything I have. I'm really attached to that. I notice those emotions and I say, okay, well, is that what is the highest good for me and my health and my recovery? No. So I still follow the passion that I want to do this. I just shorten it up. I check in with my mental body. How do I make a decision about going ahead and producing videos in September? And my mind gives me the idea analytically of do as many videos as you can, as short as possible, and as succinctly as you can on a day that you're feeling really good. Brilliant! I've got strategy now. And then when I turn to my guidance or I ask THEA, how do I go ahead making decisions about producing videos where you're teaching while discerning what's true for me? Of course, THEA says, well, we've been practicing that with you for a while, haven't we? So follow the guidance, keep them short, keep them fun, don't go too deep, shorten your time in Q&A. Your intuition is already operating on your behalf. Make sure you rest while you heal. And we will all continue to grow together. Your audience will grow with you. And they said, you know, there's a lot of people navigating some really difficult physical situations that they're in, or life circumstance situations. And it's quite possible that what I'm navigating in my recovery might also help you in your recovery. So that was THEA's point of view on it. So I offer all this to you in hopes that you will learn with me how to discern what's true for you, not everyone else around you. Because as you follow what's true for you and you make decisions based in that, you will find that you end up blessing all the people in the world around you. Not only because you're choosing what's the best for you, by doing so, you're demonstrating to them the possibility that they could do the same for themselves. So with that, we'll close this video, and please tune in on Thursday, 7 o'clock Mountain Standard Time on the private Facebook group, THEA Guides for Embodied Ascension. And yeah, I'll see you next week with the next teaching topic. Take good care and blessings to you.